Hi guys, my name is Marty Zoffinger, and today I'm working on a Catch Mode 110. This here is equipped with a transom mount. That's an option you can get from Pelican that fits in this footprint you see back here. Those 5 holes originally from the factory will come with a skeg, which only utilizes 3 of the holes, but it improves the performance of this boat tremendously. Today I have the optional transom mount on it, and I'm going to bolt it down. It's pretty simple to do with just a few tools. It does take a little time though, but this is something you don't always have to do, just the first time that you're outfitting your kayak for a motor. The motor I'm choosing today is a Bixby, and this here is the optional transom mount that you can get from that company. It works nice and smooth, like you can see me doing here with just one hand. That's pretty nice. Now the last kayak that I had the Bixby motor on was the Getaway. Surely you recognize the Getaway from some other videos that I've put out in the past. Instead of using the fins, I went ahead and I got another adapter from Bixby, one that fits this hole here. Normally it has a high drive, but this adapter will allow a Bixby motor to fit into a high drive or Mirage drive hole, and it'll get you out on the water without having to paddle. Makes for a nice day. Moves this boat just fine too. The motor is stationary in the left to right position. To steer, use the rudder that comes with the kayak. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I don't think I can paddle this fast, or pedal. This little thing's moving me along real nice. Against this wind, this would be a tough paddle. Now to get that motor onto a transom mount, I need a handle for this, which I have misplaced. Bixby does send a handle grip when you buy this accessory, but I just used a bike grip instead, and it worked just fine. After I squeezed it on there, I looked to the dog for some sort of reaction. I got nothing. Putting it onto the assembly is a real piece of cake. That's one of the things I like about Bixby, is that everything is very intuitive, easy. Once you have the mount and the motor, putting everything together is a real piece of cake. You can see now it's ready to be steered, and you can adjust the height or bring it up out of the water. To adjust the height, you do it pretty much just once using an Allen key. Here I am setting it to this particular boat. Now every time I would take it out, I'd be good to go. Now this is the part here where the motor attaches, so I have to take it off of the other adapter, which takes 4 little nuts and bolts, and the thing snaps right off. It's not too hard. This adapter comes with a different shroud. You can see there's pieces of it missing. This is the full shroud that comes with the motor. The adapted one is so that you can fit it through the hole in the boat, but I don't need that, so I'm going to put the original one back on. Again, 3 nuts and bolts, bing bang boom. This is hardly DIY stuff. This is just too easy. Now I put that away, and I'll bring the motor over to the adapter. But first, there's this little piece that snaps on and snaps off. They've thought about different adapters when they made this new Bixby motor. You can see when you try to put it on with that piece in place, it doesn't quite fit. So you just take it, snap it off, and now it'll fit onto your transom adapter. Again, 4 little nuts and bolts, and this thing's almost ready to go. Okay. Again, you do this once, you have your thing set up, and then in the future it'll be a lot easier. I zip tied the power cable down, and now it was time for the battery. which I've pushed quite a few times already, only to come back and have it still at like 80%. You see Velcro there and there, keeps it from bouncing around. One wire twists into place, and just like that, you're ready to take this thing out on the water. Okay. Pretty shallow out here, where my friend and I are launching. Let's see if we can find some water. We'll put the Bixby in, motor around, maybe catch some fish. Alright, well, I'm just going to put that there. Go up here and get the kill switch for the Bixby. That's a nice little spot for my stuff. The kill switch for the Bixby is just a magnet that just goes on right there. Yeah, I do a lot of stupid things, but having one of these when you're using a motor, I think, is pretty smart. Because if you fall in, the boat's going to keep going. And I think it's a law, too. That comes second to safety, though. You didn't hear that from me. Okay. Let's see. Tiller handle's kind of far away, so I brought this. Here you go. This can go on my wrist. There. Now hit the button. That's the way. It's nice to be able to sit side saddle on this catch mode seat, because it's hard to reach the tiller handle. Might have to tinker with this thing to see if I can get foot steering set up or something. Okay, once you're going, it's not too bad. It's got a bunch of speeds. Plenty fast for a kayak. It's the thing about the Bixby is it's the exact size that a kayak motor should be, not a 5-horse motor or a jet motor or any number of crazy things. Even a 55-pound thrust trolling motor is a bit big for a kayak. This one is just the right size. Hit the kill switch, try to catch a fish. Fishing should be as easy as moving a kayak around. I don't think there's a substitute for just getting out there and spending time on the water. Whether you got a motor, whether you don't have a motor, whether you got a nice motor like this, or just whatever you can muster up, nothing is as good as spending time on the water. Paddle tail. This one's been through the ringer, starting to come off my jig head. yeah, this coming year, 2024, I hope to be on the water a lot more often. Hopefully you guys can get out there on the water too. That is the best way to catch yourself some fish. Due to the nature of this boat, I can sit backwards. I've got a forward-facing rod holder, which is now like the rod holder that's normally behind my seat. And now I got the regular rod holder will be my forward-facing rod holder. And now it's real easy to reach the tiller handle. The only thing is, backwards is forwards now. That this fish back there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh my, this fish all over. Probably mullet. Oh yeah. This is pretty neat. Saw my friend Jesse the other day. Him and I used to work together and fish together a lot. And I haven't seen him for ages, but he came by yesterday and we were talking about fishing and stuff, and he said that his shoulder's been hurting him a lot. And he's 54 years old, I'm 50. So we're starting to get up there, but I mean, even at a younger age, I remember having physical problems every now and again. Having the ability to motor around instead of paddle around, yeah, sometimes that can be the difference between going out or not going out. Well, this particular day was overcast, rain was coming, the winds outside this little protected area were pretty gnarly, but I got out on the water. So, I had that going for me. I also skipped the lure under the trees. Quite nice, I must say. Quite a few times. And I was never rewarded for my accuracy. But that's how it goes sometimes. Perhaps the cold and very humid air had the fish turned off. Certainly didn't make me feel like dancing a jig, but it was nice to be able to power my way out from going into the trees without having to reach down for a paddle. Many aspects of this mode of propulsion I found very agreeable, and I'm pretty thankful to be able to play with so many toys. Somewhat responsibly. The day was getting long and the radar was saying that rain was on its way, so made my way out of here with a very nice sized kayak motor, Goldilocks size you might say. But the boat did smell a bit of skunk. Not the motor's fault. All in all, I'm enjoying the fact that it's winter time and I'm still able to fish. So I really can't complain. I also have a nice new way to get my kayaks around. I must say, an empty pickup truck is a wonderful thing. Especially one that you find really cheap at an auction. Then maybe I'll talk about that a little bit more in the future. Man. I'm gonna have to do something about that fishing. Well, later on that day, I found a really nice place for my Bixby sticker, and an amazing place Maybe better than a Kayak for this small trolling motor. One that finally fits on the front of my X3. But we'll have to wait till next time for me to talk about that. Thanks for coming along, everybody.